Hi, I'm just getting the live started. I'll give it a few minutes. Bill will give me the thumb up when he can see things. Oh, good. I start to see some people join. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Deborah. And Bill is giving me that thumbs up that everything looks good. So I see Barbara joined too. Hey, Barb. Hello. So tonight we're going to have some fun with Hippo Happiness. This was such a cute set when I saw it. And there's also coordinating Hippo and Friends dies, which cut out the individual little lambs and butterflies and flowers. But I also really like the label dies. So we're going to take a look at this set tonight and have a little bit of fun with it. Hi, Sharon. These are the two cards we're going to make tonight with the Hippo Happiness. So we've got one that's a little more challenging than the other, but I hope you enjoy what we're going to do this evening with these. So we're going to start with this card first of all. I really wanted to do, I had saw other people who had done the rainbows behind, and I really was intrigued with that and liked the way it looked and said, you know what, or not rainbows, clouds. What am I talking? But it looks like a rainbow, right? The colors, but they're clouds. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you how to make some clouds this evening. So this card is going to start with a 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. I've already put my inside in, and I've left it blank because I don't know what I would want inside. So I like to leave a lot of cards blank so we know later on when we pull it out who we want to send it to and what we want to put inside. So my first layer here is Coastal Cabana, and it is 5 1/4 by 4. Then I'm going to bring in a basic white, and it is 5 by 3 3/4. So now for this one, what I wanted to do is I wanted those clouds on the background. But I will be honest with you, I don't have a cloud die. If you had a cloud die, you could put that on a piece of paper on the edge and it would do the cloud form and make that for you. Hey, Brandy, nice to see you here. So in order to get those, I just started experimenting, and I just took a pencil and just drew a cloud shape. And I did it several times, and I cut it out just with a pair of scissors until I got one that I liked. So this is my cloud die. I didn't have a die to run through a machine. It was just something I drew. You could probably find something online. So this is my stencil for creating my cloud look. So I'm just going to bring in this board. This just helps hold everything for me. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to, this just holds my stuff in place. I'm just going to bring in a bunch of inks to do this with. And we're going to start with Daffodil Delight, and we're going to start, it's not a watercolor, it's actually blending. So we're going to start with this. We have my homemade stencil there. Like I said, I just drew the clouds. I'm going to take off some of the harsh color, and then I'm just going to, these blending brushes make this technique so easy. I was so thrilled when they came out with this. So I'm just going to put my yellow back in case I need that. There we go. There's our first set of clouds. Now I'm going to turn my cloud over so we can get sort of a different look. We don't want the pattern to stay the same all the way down. So we're going to flip it back and forth to get that nice look. And then I'm going to bring in Polished Pink. Absolutely love this color from the new In Colors. And again, now I'm going to stay close to the stencil. Some of it will go up above. but it's okay for it to be a little lighter as it goes forward. So there we go. Now we have that pink in there. Again, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to move it down. These little magnets are going to hold me in place here. And now I'm going to bring in Coastal Cabana. That's going to match that layer. So we'll do the same thing. We'll get some ink on our blending brush. And we'll just rub that on there. You can make it as soft or dark as you want, depending on how many times you go over that. So we'll set that one there. And see, our clouds are starting to form. So it's not hard. It just takes a little bit of time. And all right, so now I moved that down and flipped it over. And now I'm going to bring in Fresh Freesia, another new color. This is just like coloring when we were kids. I love it. Whoop, slipped a little there. My magnets weren't holding where I wanted. Let me try to, there we go. Let's get that magnet back on there. Okay. Oh, I know why. I need a magnet on the top. Here we go. There. Was only holding my stencil. So I got a little bit of a harsh mark in there, but that's okay. They're clouds. Maybe that one's a storm cloud. All right, and then I'm gonna come down here, put this in again. And this time I am going to bring in Mango Melody, I'm sorry, Mint Macaron. I'm looking right at it and still said the wrong thing. All right. Get a little bit of that soft color in there. Okay, and now this one, some of mine were a little thicker than the other one. Each one is unique. So for the very end here, I could leave that white, but I think I'm gonna bring back in my yellow and just put a little bit of this on the bottom. There you go. We'll close all these up. Better move all my blending brushes too, or I'll make a mess. All right, so our little stencil, and I will keep using this, so that'll just stay in my stash there. And there we have our clouds for the background. All right, so I am going to take that and I am going to mount it onto my Coastal Cabana. Make sure it's the right size. There we go. And then I thought it needed a little bit of ribbon. So I brought in this Whisper White crinkle, and I'm just going to cut, I'm going to wrap it around. I'm actually just going to tie it here on the end. So I think I can cut this. Yeah, nothing like trying to tie ribbon live. Doesn't always work out the best, but we're hoping for the best here. Sometimes it does want to loosen up, and that's okay. We can fix that as we go. And I want to move this board because it has ink on it. I can clean that up later. All right, so if you find that this isn't quite tight enough, once you've sort of tied that little knot there, I just gather it. This is another trick I learned from someone. And then that'll hold that tight and tape it. I'll cut these off, they're a little long. Okay, so then, let me get another piece of tape here. Yep, little Scotch tape. There we go. And if you have a bulk in the back, you can trim that out if you feel that it's too bulky. I think this will be all right though. Okay, so I'm going to actually go ahead and put this down on my background, or on my card base background. My mind and my mouth are on two different phases. They are not in sync this evening. Thanks, Deborah. All right. So there's our card base. So now what we want to do is make our little unicorn and our tag. So for this one, I used these labels that are angled. So I do have the sentiment already made, and you can do it two different ways. You can do it and put the little stars from the stamp set behind it, or you can leave it plain. So this is going to get glued down here. Now when I did the sentiment, I did use dimensionals and pop that up off of the Coastal Cabana, but I'm gluing the whole thing straight down. So we'll go ahead and put that on. And then I also have my little unicorn here. But I want to show you, let me go ahead and put him on, and then I'm going to show you how I stamped him, because this is a layering stamp set. And I will tell you, the first few times, it can be hard to see. It's not impossible, but when we talk about layering stamps, hopefully you can see these. Hi, Maureen. So the first layer is the full, we'll call it the full horse here. So that's going to be your lightest ink. And then you have the next one that's the partial. That's going to be your darker color. And then you have the little face here. So now when I did mine, if you're using two colors of ink and one's lighter, you could of course do that, the lightest ink and then the darkest ink. If you want to use the same ink, let me grab a piece of scratch paper here. So what I would do is I'd have a piece of scratch paper and I would stamp off and then stamp. So you have the lighter color. Then when I bring in, for the next part, I am going to stamp directly. And I tell you, I have to get my head in here because you want to see through and stamp it on top. Okay, so you want to look through your original stamp. And then for the face, we are looking for my Memento ink. And this stamp set is cute. You just have to look. There's like two little circles or a C for the nose and then the eyes and the mouth. And they make it easy for you because hopefully you can see it now with ink on it. You'd want to take those two little C's and line them up with the little dots on the nose here. So I'm going to get my head down here again. And there you go. So that's how you do those layering. And it may take a couple times. This one's not perfect. I would use it. And then I cut it out with the die cut. And then I also took, there's a stamp for the horn. Look how tiny that is. And I did stamp that in the Daffodil Delight, and I glued it on after I cut out the horse. And then I put a little bit of Wink Stella on that and on the tail. And then we're just going to add a couple of pearls to this one to embellish it. And then I'm going to stick to my finger. We'll just put it right there. And that one is done. There we go. When in doubt, be a unicorn. I love that saying. Okay, let me move these out of our way here. and we're going to bring in the other one. So for this one, it's pretty simple. We're going to start with a Pool Party card base. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Hi, Lynn, thank you. And then on the inside, I went ahead and stamped this one, and it says Hippo Birthday, and I stamped a couple of the balloons in there. And the stamp set even has the little stem. Those stems are all in Pool Party. So for this one, our first layer is going to be in Misty Moonlight, and it is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So that's this layer. And then using the Pattern Party paper, I told you guys since this catalog came out, this is that Hostess set of pattern paper. It is my favorite paper in the book. It's so versatile and can be used for so much. As you know, I use it in a lot of my videos. So I pulled in this one that's in Pool Party, and these are each a 2 1/4 inch square. And so what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to layer them on to this Misty Moonlight, and I am going to put one up here in the left corner, and I'm going to put one down in the bottom right, and just leave a little edge around the sides. All right, so let's get this one over here. So pretty simple. We're really letting the pattern paper and the cardstock do the work for us. So now I'm just going to lay this, glue this down to the card front. And then again, I went in and I cut using, I don't know, they're not really square, they're not an oval, squoval maybe, dies, and I cut the largest one in the Granny Apple green, and then of course the one that's in basic white is the smaller one. And now for this one, we're going to take this and we're going to build up on this with our pieces. You do the hippo the exact same way that I showed you in doing the unicorn. So I did my first light layer of the full body in Pool Party, and then I did the Misty Moonlight on top of that, and then of course his eyes and nose and mouth were done in the Memento Black. But he is just so cute. And then I also took and I stamped 3 balloons, one in each color, the Granny Apple Green, the Misty Moonlight, and the Pool Party. And I have those ready. And then I wanted stems or strings on my balloon, and I wanted them to look cute. So there is this zigzag squiggly a word, die. So I cut some of these out of the same designer series paper that we used on the front of the card. So now what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to bring in my little glue bottle that I put glue in so I have this tiny tip. And I'm just going to take a dab of this and put it on the edge and put it on a balloon. And then I'm just going to cut this string in half because it doesn't have to be that long. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Put a little bit of glue on there. I got both. We'll put one on the green. And then we'll take another one and we'll put it on the blue. Wants to stick to my fingers instead of the paper tonight. Okay, and that's long. I can cut that off. So that gives us instant strings. And then we're going to pull in some dimensionals. And I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of each one of these balloons.
Jen is on.
Hi, Jen. Nice to see you. I love it when names pop up that I haven't seen in a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to align these in a grouping, like someone's carrying the balloons. Let's see, we'll put one there. I miss my old stamping buddies from before, and I'm making new ones up here. It's been awesome. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pop up our little hippo. Oop, pulling off too many dimensionals. I'm also going to bring in some small ones to put on his feet. All right. I hope everybody's enjoying their summer. My goodness, we're going to be halfway through July tomorrow. And then we're just going to take our little guy and find out where we want him. And he's got those cute balloons. There we go. And then I think I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals also. Let me grab my big dimensionals. This will probably go in the mail, so it'll have a few dimensionals on here. And then after I get this card made, I have a few new things to show you I'm excited about. All right. Oop. Oop. My fingers, I broke my fingernails. It's making it hard to pull all these off. Here, let's do this. Curl up the edges, that'll make it easier. Oh my goodness, comedy of errors. There we go. All right, so then we're just gonna pop this down in the middle of our card. So in this case, I tried to align evenly, just a point of reference. There's the little points here and here, here and here, that sort of help you line it up centered. And then I thought, well, it needed some stuff, so we're going to bring in the In Color Square Gems. These are last year's colors, and this is the Misty Moonlight, and we're just gonna put that right on there. Oh, come on. And you can put them on however you want. Oh, that one I lost the sticky back. Come on, Beth. There we go. All right. And there's our little card. Hippo birthday. I just think this is, like I said, such a cute set, and you can do so much with it. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. So there's our When in Doubt Be a Unicorn and our Hippo birthday. And then what else I wanted to show you, I put my pen back in my ink bottle or glue bottle, was if some of you that get my newsletter and some of you actually participated, I did a stamp class in, I think it was just in June, and it was a bundle class, and it could be shipping it to you or coming to my house and doing the class in person. And so we did it both ways. And I think the people that joined me really enjoyed it. Deborah, I know you were there, and we made some really nice cards. We made 10 cards. And so I had a request to do that again. And so I want to do that in September. And that is perfect timing because look what I have in my hands. The new holiday catalog. I can't show you the inside, but this becomes available in August, and then we can look at the inside. And it's followed with a celebration catalog. So again, it is for every $50, I think it's $60 you spend this time, you can get a free item. But the class that I'm going to do is a new stamp set out of this holiday catalog. So let me bring those in and show you. So this is the one that we're going to do a class on and make Christmas cards in September. It's called Peaceful Deer. And so it has some really cute sentiment on it, and even the deer. This one has wording, "Oh, what fun." And it has the deers here. And so this one and this one are punchable, and they have the antlers. And I just got this in my hands this week. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. It'll work the same way the last class did with the cards and the kit. And then with that, we'll be mixing some of the holiday papers that are in the... This one is actually, I believe this is the one, it's called Painted Christmas. I believe this is in the annual catalog. These are 2 new ones coming out, Tides of Christmas. One of these is in one of the catalogs, one's in the other, I think. But we'll be incorporating some of these. But, and to throw in with that class, that'll be a lot of fun, is part of the celebration when you order. This is a celebration item you can get that matches. I haven't even opened this because I just got it. But this is made to match the deers. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love this paper. So we are going to have some fun in class with this one and cards. So that's a celebration item along with hand penned. So, and then also, let's see what else new is that I have in my hands. I loved these 2 stamp sets in the new holiday catalog, Welcome Woods, with the birch trees and some beautiful sentiments. And then a few years ago, hi Jen, me too. A few years ago, one of the hostess gifts was a lady that was standing, and then she had like a celebration sign. She had, I think, a cake, and we used it in one of my classes. Well, that's been what, 2 years now, I guess. And I love that set. So when I saw this in the new holiday catalog, I was so thrilled because it's on the same premise, only for the holidays. So I'm excited to do something with that one also. And then this one, it is a celebration item, but only for hostesses, for parties that are, so if you want to have a party, an online one or an in-person one, or just a book party, if your friends buy up to a certain amount, this one then is available as a hostess gift. And I just love these sentiments. Perhaps the stars are openings where our loved ones shine down to let us know they are happy. Hope this card makes you smile. I see you and you are wonderful. There is magic in every beginning. Hope your day is fantabulous, fabulous, and fantastic all in one. So sending this card for no particular reason. I think we all know people that could use this, right? Life is full of ups and downs. Hold on tight. So I think this is one of the best sentiments sets that I have seen. And then just a few of the new embellishments. Matte finished decorative dots and wonderful gems. And there is a new ribbon that I had to get and take a look at. It's cherry cobbler and gold. Hope you can see that. So I'm going to have fun playing and designing the cards for our September class. And I hope some of you can join me for that. So as always, I appreciate everybody taking their time out of their day to come play with me and watch this. I hope you liked the cards this evening. Again, these were the ones using the Hippo Happiness. And we did the hippo, we used the dies. And when Bill sends out the newsletter tomorrow, the tutorial for these will be included. So again, thank you. Hey, Kathy, thanks for jumping in. So we are off next week. It's my granddaughter's birthday, so we will be spending the evening with her, but we will be back the week after that. So Have a great rest of your week. And we will see you soon. And remember, when in doubt, be a unicorn. Thanks. Bye-bye.